Welcome to Speech 1315. This is going to be a short video just to show you around our Canvas course. I'll also introduce you to our MindTap portion, which is part of the new textbook for Speech 1315. First of all, though, I would like to talk about some requirements for the presentation videos for the online course. So this is going to be a short PowerPoint that will kind of go over that. So we'll begin with the PowerPoint that's going to talk about the presentation requirements for the online course. That way you know up front what that is. There are 4 presentations required for this course: the influences presentation, the narrative presentation, the informative, and the persuasive. We have listed the different parts that are required with each. You'll upload a presentation video and an outline for all 4, and the informative and the persuasive also require visual aids to be incorporated. Those visual aids must be technology-based, PowerPoint or Prezi presentation, or a technology-based slideshow will work, that have to be incorporated into your presentation, and you upload a separate file for that also as a separate assignment grade. Works cited page that has to have at least 4 cited sources in MLA format also has to be uploaded for each of those 2 assignments. So those are the requirements for each of your presentations. So 4 are required. Your presentations are 60% of your grade for this course, so you must do all 4 speeches and submit the corresponding additional materials in order to pass the course. The outlines, presentations, and works cited pages are all weigh in 60% of your grade. In order for presentations to be graded, all other presentation materials must be submitted. So you must do a formal outline and a works cited page in order to submit the video. So in order for me to grade one portion, all other portions must be uploaded. So I'll send out reminders saying, okay, I see that your video is uploaded, but you haven't uploaded your outline or your works cited page, and I won't grade one with all of them. They're a package deal, because you have to have researched in order to do an informative speech, therefore you have to have a works cited page. Everything sort of goes together. So, video requirements. This is a big deal for this course. Taking the speech class online means that your videos have to have certain things as part of them in order for me to actually grade them. And the Navarra College requirement is that in order for you to submit a presentation video, in order to get credit for doing public speeches as part of the public speaking course, you must have audience members in your videos and sitting in front of you as you present your speech. So you must have 3 audience members. I will count audience members ages 10 and up. Some other instructors require adults, but as long as the child can sit there quietly and listen to you, and I think probably 10-year-olds work, then you can count them as your audience members. They must be shown at the beginning of the video. If you submit a video and you do not show your audience, I will have you resubmit the video. Preferably, if the space in your home allows it, show the backs of their heads throughout the entire video so that I can document that the audience is there the entire time. I do understand that you might have one member of your audience may be holding the camera, and that may not be possible, and I do understand that. Your presentation videos without audiences will not be graded. This is a college requirement for the online course. So if you send me an email and say, oh, I uploaded the video, but my audience wasn't available, I went ahead and did it anyway, I'm going to say I'm very sorry, but you will have to resubmit the video. That is a requirement. I cannot accept your videos without at least 3 audience members in your audience. So if you have 2, I'm going to send an email saying I apologize, but you're going to have to resubmit with at least 3 audience members. So you must document all 3 of them in the video, and I must be able to see them at the beginning at least. And so they need to be there throughout the entire presentation. That has to be documented. If someone is out of town and you only have 2, then you need to accept a late grade and wait wait till you have 3 audience members in order to present your speech. That is a college requirement. So presentation video submission type. You will submit your video to Canvas by pasting a YouTube link. So therefore you would upload your video to YouTube. You can keep the video private and then put my email address through Navarro as someone that can view it. And then the second you get your grade, you can take that video down. You could also do it through Dropbox or Google Drive. You will never submit the file directly to Canvas. That's not an acceptable way to do that. You will never email me the video as a file or upload it again directly. Those are not options. After you have submitted your video, please make sure to check your email to make sure it's viewable. If there's a problem, I'll make a comment in the assignment, but then I also email you to let you know that there's an issue and to please check it and correct it as soon as possible. So there's some things that you kind of need to make sure are correct when you do video. And if these things aren't correct, you may have to resubmit the video depending on the severity of the errors. The camera must be facing the speaker. Sometimes I have the speaker that has the speaker has the camera facing the audience, and I need to see the speaker. You also need to be facing the audience, though. So the camera needs to be behind the audience facing you. You need to be facing the audience just like you would be in any normal presentation. Lighting must be sufficient that I can see you. So don't video in a dark room. If you have your PowerPoint on the television, don't turn the lights off to make sure that I see the PowerPoint really good. I need to see you. I'm grading you. Do not use a webcam, at least not where you're sitting at a table staring directly into the webcam. If it works fine and you have it back further, that works okay with me, but I've had students that are sitting right up to it talking into the webcam, and that's not going to work. The presenter must be standing unless you have special permission for some reason. I used to do the demonstration speech, and there might be reasons that you might need to sit, or if you have a medical condition, if you've just had surgery, then talk to me about it, and then I'm sure I can give you permission to sit for that. The sound must be sufficient enough to hear. Guys, look at your videos before you upload them. I've had videos submitted where I couldn't hear the speaker at all. So don't upload a video. Don't submit a presentation where you're not audible, or there's chunks in the middle where you're not audible. So make sure that I'm able to hear you. Videos must not be edited. So the presentation that you give must be one long cohesive presentation. If you mess up, it's natural to mess up in a presentation. That's fine. You may mess up from time to time, but don't stop the camera, edit it, and piece it together where it's a perfect cohesive presentation. That's not a natural public speaking experience. So do not edit the video. The presenter does not need to be holding the camera. Someone else needs to be holding the camera, or it needs to be propped on something. The instructor needs to be able to grade your posture, your gestures, and your facial expression. So the camera needs to be far enough away that I can see all those things, but not so far away that you're just a blur kind of in the background. Do not film outdoors unless you have special permission. And since the demonstration speech is no longer there should be no reason to film outdoors. But if you do, ask for special permission. The outdoors and the elements bring a whole nother set of issues that you don't necessarily want to deal with. I think the big thing is to make sure to look at your videos before you upload them. Make sure that throughout the entire thing the sound is effective and you can hear it. Sometimes people upload videos where the whole conclusion was cut off completely. Well, that's a lot of points that you're losing if that section of your speech wasn't part of it. So just make sure to view your speech, make sure the lighting's good, the sound's good. All of those things are kind of a part of it. Okay, so that is information about the presentation requirements for this course. So those are some important things that I think you will need to know of. So the video number 2 I'll be showing shortly will be about MindTap and some additional information for our course.